Okay.
Recording is on.
What is up? It is the 23rd of March, 2026. We are here with the Between Us crew. If you are watching this video on YouTube, you are watching history being made live in public because we are building Between Us in public. And we are here with the crew. So nice to have everyone here. Um, yeah, let's just dive straight into it. I'll go ahead and open up um, the project document because we have a few things going at the same time. So I'll go ahead and I'll share the document which I've updated on the GitHub. I called it a living project tracker. I'm going to drop it into the comments right here. And I'll just do a super quick walk through that document. Um, just want to say quick hi to those of you who are on the call. Melina, are you here new to the call? Oh, someone blocked Timmy. Okay, Timmy's in transit. Cool, Timmy. You can unmute whenever you're ready. Melina, are you able to speak? If you can't speak, all good. How's things with you, Ariel?
Good, good. Can't complain. Thank you, thank you.
Amazing. Cool. So I created this Google document because we are working in public and there's so many things going on at the same time. There's the website that's going on, there's separately the stories that's going on, and then there's previously old documents as well. So what we have, there's a couple to-dos, which we'll dive into more towards the end of the call. But right now, I think during this call, we're going to speak about the homepage copy for the homepage, which Desi put together. And then I'm guessing Sanyam and Timmy have some magic to show us as well. So right now, we're really focusing on copy and we're focusing on branding because we need the brand to be finalized until we can, really start to get the website live. So yeah, time to show and tell. Who wants to go? Who wants to talk? And Desi, if you need me to share any documents or anything, um, I'd love to start with the branding guys and see what you guys have been up to, Sanyam and Timmy.
Sure, sure. Let me go ahead and share the mood board I prepared for like some of the best inspirations I found. Right. So me and Timmy had a call with Johns, and he guided us as into how to proceed with inspiration and branding. What can we pick it up? Can you see on my screen?
Yes, amazing.
Yeah. So I prepared two mood board options. I try to keep difference between both of those. I mean, in this one, I try to go more modern and using some literal human faces to convey our message. And in the second one, it's more playful. I'll show you that in a minute. So and also I attached a color palette along with it so that we can choose some colors and experiment with the website as well. Those colors. So,
Fun. Wow. Okay.
what are your thoughts on this? I mean, the vibe what you're getting. Do you think any ideas can be incorporated directly or indirectly?
So this is just a mood board, right? There's no final design here. This is a mood board.
No, 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 no.
Okay.
We'll be preparing sketches. We'll be preparing sketches and iterations based on the idea we collect today.
I really like in the second row, and guys, we all just chime in whenever we want to chime in. I like the second row here, um, second from the right. This one here, it's kind of like an eye with a smile.
Yes, yes, yes.
It's kind of like an abstract image representing something. That's the only one I actually like from this mood board.
Okay.
Not too sure about the colors on this mood board. It's not like getting me super excited or anything. Or it's not feeling very bold.
Okay.
Um, yeah, that's it. Anyone else wants to
Okay.
chime
So,
in?
right. Does anyone have any opinion on should we be incorporating human faces or human connection in any way?
Yeah, I think that would be a good idea. Yeah.
I,
Right.
I kind of like the nod to the the subtle nod to the abstraction of that too. So it's kind of like in an artful, quirky, almost Picasso-esque way. It also these remind me of a cover of one of my favorite books about design ever. I'll put the name called Design as Art. I think it was like in the 1960s or 70s. But anyway, there's something like playful and light, and I kind of skew towards the ones on the bottom right that are a little more abstract. But to Mo's point, yeah, it might not be like a perfect alignment for the obviousness of like the human side if it goes more abstract. So anyway, very interesting ideas here.
We lean towards the same. I lean also towards the two on the bottom right, Ariel. Same.
Yeah.
Definitely want to move away from, those images on the top right, in like top left first row. We don't want that. That feels very like artificial and hard for me. Like we need it to feel playful. And
Right.
these ones kind of feel playful to me, but also abstract.
Okay. Okay. Got it.
Yeah.
Uh, Let me move ahead with move board two, so that we can discuss both of these together.
Mm.
So in this, like these are not literal logo ideas. What I felt was the vibe or the connection that I found in these inspirations, so that we can take up those and then create sketches out of those. So what do you think?
Well, I'm curious what Desi thinks and Melina and anyone else, but the image that's pulling me the most is actually the top row, the third one.
Okay.
There's something about that. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the colors. I like the green. I like the pastels. Um, I always tend to move away from orange when I work on Bitcoin projects because orange has been overused. So always tend to move away from the oranges. I do like the color palette in the top row with the yellow, this sort of pink, and this turquoise. Those are fun. Um, None of these images here are really calling me, or being like, oh, this is a logo idea. So definitely here, top right. I love these colors here in the first row, top right. And none of the logos are really pulling. Anyone else?
I like the playfulness of the top right one with the hands. However, I do agree with the abstract from mood board A. And yes, the colors, the one that you're talking about, Mo, and the third one to the top. That's what
Yeah.
stands out.
Those two
But the
colors are very fun. The one in the middle, top row, and the one in the right, far right top row. Fun, super fun.
Got it. Got it.
My only concern of the one with the hands far top right is just scaling down if
Yeah.
that was to use just one of those. But yeah, it could be like a interesting background pattern or something like that too,
Right. Right.
or
Right.
texture. I agree. The top middle right is interesting too. Really, really nice.
Yeah.
Sorry. Top middle. Yeah.
The colors, I like the colors used in the top far right corner. Those are fun, super fun.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyone else wants to chime in? Brenda, welcome. Everyone talks freely on these calls. We free roll it here. So if you want to talk, just talk. No permission needed. You don't even need to raise your hand. So you guys did such an amazing job with coming up with these mood boards. And thank you, Johns, you know, for helping to lead them with this. What are your feelings now that you've heard some of our comments, Timmy and Sanyam?
Right. So, what I wanted to gauge was the direction, like we all could agree on. So, I definitely got an idea on colors and how can we be incorporating those. I will be trying some sketches based on abstraction, as we received a positive review on that, and of course, I'll be incorporating some human head faces and similar shapes. The shapes like the one you mentioned about the eyes. I'll try some sketches with that, and then of course I'll try to look into scalability in all of those sketches that I'll be doing.
Super fun. Wow. This is fun. This is a very fun part because We can add so much of playfulness to the website once we have the logo in, and once we have the
Right.
colors in. It's going to bring a whole new level of playfulness to the website.
Right. I have also readied some inspirations for the word mark, but I have like tons of inspirations. But like once we finalize the vibe of the logo, I think only then we can proceed and pick up some of those. So
Do you want to show
I
us
have
what you have? You can just show us if you want, if you feel
uh,
comfortable.
I've just saved all of those on Pinterest, so I'll have
Okay.
to collect. Yeah. So I'll just share on the group.
Yeah.
I'll share my topics on the group about the word mark or the text to use. And I already showed the choices, my choices for the font for the website mockup that I made. So yeah, some fonts are there, and then we have some website inspirations for homepage and story pages and all. I think Timmy can share that and explain what's his thing is.
Yeah, this the logo has been signed all entirely. We had the call with John, I think on Friday. He was able to. So I think Fayem has more strength in designing than myself on the website. I can't share that now because I'm not yet home. Maybe once I get home, I'll be able to share my screen,
Totally
or I'll
fine.
just share the link to the Figma file in the Discord group.
Super fun. Sanya, where can we find these designs? Are they in the original Figma file, these mood boards?
These are in the same Figma file as the website. I mean, I
Amazing.
created a new page.
Amazing. So yeah, feel free to, like sometimes when you share the link in the Discord channel and it's just a link that you share, because it's not visual, people don't get excited. So a little
Right.
trick that I use is I actually export the image and then I attach the image to my post,
Right. I've noticed that.
because then people get more excited because they're pulled in by the visuals.
Yes.
So feel free, like, after the call, put the branding, the images there that you've been working on. Let's see if anyone else is interested to get some feedback. But so far, I'm loving the like the two different directions. I like it that we're kind of graduating towards a color right now, because this whole page changes once we add that in. Yeah.
Yeah.
Timmy, would you like to speak? Oh, so who's sharing their screen right now? Is this you, Sanyam?
No. Yeah, I'm doing it. I think Timmy is not at home, so we can leave Timmy for the end of the meeting.
Yeah, sure. Let's leave Timmy until the end. Amazing. Wow. Okay. So next steps is, I'm guessing, what do you see as the next step, Sanya?
First one is to just sketch up some logos. I'll have a meeting with Johns again so that for like few design experimentations there. Then I think along the way will be like since after this meeting we'll have a clear idea about the colors and website as well. Out of all the inspirations we have collected for the website too, then we can just narrow down to some of the top picks for logo sketches and some of the top iterations for website, and then we can finalize those two in the next meeting. We'll have branding direction, then we can proceed for photography, fonts, and other branding things. So I think yeah, branding and website will be 70-80% done till the next meeting. That's what I think.
Amazing, amazing. I just want to chime in. A lot of the work that we do in the Bitcoin design community is actually funded by Spiral. I don't know if any of you are familiar with Spiral, but they came in with a very interesting idea. And originally this project is about showing how people use Bitcoin. Now, the suggestion that came from some of the people over at Spiral was like, what if we actually incorporate AI into it as well? Because people see AI as being a difficult tool to use, because it's like, oh, it's like a technical thing. It's only for technical people. You can only do it if you're like really technical minded. But that's not true. We all know, like at least those of us here on this call, we know that that's not true because we use it every day. So their suggestion was to also include AI stories. So that's why it's actually really good, because we're not only going to be pulling in Bitcoin stories. It's about technology that gives humans freedom. and AI provides freedom, freedom of time. So this project will be taking a slight pivot, and it's going to be about Bitcoin as well as AI. And that's going to be very, very interesting to bring that in as a thread. So just wanted to share that as a slight pivot. We're also going to be collecting stories about people who are using AI as well. How has AI actually empowered them? How does everyone feel about that? Desi's clapping her hands. Yeah, I'm curious how everyone feels about this additional direction that we're moving in.
In some ways, it seems it's inevitable. It's like the world, obviously it's the world is moving in this way, and it's touching every part. So it seems kind of like a natural collision, or incorporation.
So, oh, Veronica is here. Okay, welcome. Desi, you clapped your hands. You want to chime in? It aligns. You love it. Okay, cool. Amazing.
I see a lot of what where I'm going has to do a lot with like the evolution of the internet and technology. So I think this is a really great path that we're going on to open that up more.
Amazing. Amazing. Okay, so just wanted to chime in. So between us is going to be AI stories as well as Bitcoin stories. And those are the stories we're going to be collecting from real people all around the world. So really looking forward to seeing how this is all going to come together. Yeah. Desi,
Is Mo?
yeah.
Can I ask, are all the AI? Is the idea that there's an overlap with each story, or just kind of some AI stories could not include Bitcoin and vice versa?
No idea at this point, to be honest. I
Okay.
think it might be a cleaner, it's going to be a cleaner cut if we separate them, but we can also do like a joint tagging, right? Like we can say this is Bitcoin and AI, this is AI only. But I think initially we want to get own AI only stories, and then we want to get Bitcoin only stories, and then maybe some of them are a merge of the two. We'll have to see what the market is asking from us, I guess, what's getting people excited. Maybe for the Bitcoin builders, the AI meets Bitcoin is going to get them excited. But maybe for the general public, they'll be like, well, Bitcoin and AI is just too much for me. I just want to know how people are using AI. Because we want
Totally.
this to feel like when the person reads the story, they're going to be like, oh my God, like I can do that. That woman in Costa Rica who doesn't even speak English is doing this. I can do this too. So that's the kind of inspiration we want to be giving to people through the website. So welcome, Harry, nice to have you here. This is a free space. You can talk, you can chime in. We're building between us in public.
Mo, can I share just super quick the some of those the book cover I referenced?
Please,
Just
please
because,
share your
okay,
screen, go ahead.
this is, and I'm only bringing this up. I don't know if this is the perfect or right direction, but even what you said at the end there, and this is what my mind went to on the mood board A, like this kind of mix between they're human faces, they're playful, they're abstract. Again, it might not be a perfect fit, but the spirit of some of these, and I think this is like tied to some kind of the 1950s, 60s futurism like design of graphic design. I'm not like too sure of it, but this is what it reminded me of, and obviously ways to communicate lots of different stories in both kind of artful, but in this case, just like single tone way. So I don't know if it's a fit, but that's where my mind went, and it kind of navigating that back and forth.
We're exactly on the same vibe. Okay, so we're vibing here exactly, fully agree. Could you please like maybe just screenshot that and share it in the like in the
Yeah,
not now, but like maybe later so that the guys can get that too as inspiration. I love
for sure.
the there's one of the faces there. Sorry if you do you mind just pulling it up again?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
There's one of those faces there that looks super fun. Okay, so it's a second row from the bottom, and it's next to the circle. There's just a circle with three eyes, but then the one next to the circle on the left. That's fun. Like it's like a mask of like I've traveled to some of these countries, and Desi would probably know better, where they have these masks, and these masks symbolize tradition and culture. And this is about culture too. It's about people and about Bitcoin and AI being across all cultures. So that's kind of like cut. It's always a wooden cutout mask. I don't know if you,
Hmm.
I think you guys know what I'm referring to, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I like that a lot.
It's
I
like
had
a
some here.
wooden cutout mask kind of vibe thing going, and it's about
Yeah.
cultures. I like that one. I mean, you can be a bit more playful with that one. Like if we could do like that black and then something going on with the face. I don't quite like the hard edges, but I don't know. That's fun. Yeah.
You could incorporate like a yeah, just like a one accent color too, and sort of giving a little 3D. But if you did get, if you stayed with one shape, for instance, and then just like alternated the middle based on, of course, it could rotate or like based on what the story is. I don't know, a lot of ideas, but it's like you could kind of keep the outline, or like the logo itself could kind of morph or like fade in or out every 5 seconds. Not to get too fancy, but if there's a cohesive style.
I actually really like that mask one, to be honest. Like
Yeah.
that's such a nice, like, when we're doing social media posts as well, just imagine how like statement that feels just with a super black, plain black background, little bit of text, picture of the person. I feel like it's going to add in like some interest, it kind of becomes a stamp of the project that goes across. So the design of this to me and Sanyam is very important.
Yeah, that's a really good idea. Like I definitely think it has a lot of potential.
Is there a Figma a link or a specific one, Sanyam, or I could put a screenshot or two in just for easy reference, or let me know where you want me to
Yeah, yeah,
to
yeah.
look for it.
I'll just share the link where you can drop this.
Okay.
Yeah, such a good idea from you, Ariel. Super fun.
Cool. That was just grew out of that great design work. So good stuff.
Oh, there's the Figma.
Okay.
So fun.
Uh, I think Ariel, I need to give you edit access, so please DM me or email.
Okay. Will do.
Ariel is extremely humble. He's like, nah, I want to be on the, I'll be on the copywriting team, but he's also helping out with branding here. So
Yeah.
thank
So
you.
kind.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Daphne, Veronica. Hey, Daphne, do you want to say hi? You just chimed in. You just jumped in. You can say hi. These calls are welcome to everyone. We're building in public.
Ariel, you have edit access now.
Perfect. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so there you guys, if you guys are shy, all good, but you can all speak, feel free, okay? And Melina as well, feel free to speak whenever you like. Shall we move on? Okay, so let me just see here what we've gone ahead and discussed. So we've discussed branding, and I'm just going to make a note under here. Some logo ideas were shown. And then next call, I guess we'll have some logo variations, logo sketches or drawings. Yeah. Okay, cool. And then only we can move on to the design, and then only we can move on to finalizing the website. Okay, cool. So, yes. Do we want to talk about the homepage copy?
Yeah, sure.
I'm just gonna, this is not fitting in here. This is here. Okay, fun. Who wants to go? Desi, I'll open that up for you and you can take the floor. Okay.
Awesome. Hey, everybody. Great job with the design work. I think it's going in a great direction. So, I put this document together just thinking about what our headlines and subheadlines would look like to pull people in. I put the document link right in the chat if you guys want to go ahead and take a look at it. So, the voice, the tone, and direction. We had talked about documentary and bold. So we're like witnesses of these stories. And so the headlines, they don't explain the technology. It's just bearing witness. So that's what I feel like we're going for without explicitly saying Bitcoin. So for the headlines, the first thing that they're seeing, it's going to be very important to just grab their attention. I put some options here. I really like the first one where it's like nobody asked them. And I feel like it'll pull people like, huh, what is it? Like until now would be like the subheadline. And there are a few options there that Ariel already started commenting on. I would love if everyone would go in there and kind of also put in their thoughts. So to make it a little bit more collaborative, I also put the headlines, never mention them, and we did, right? Like starting to position ourselves as like we're grabbing these stories. The positioning statement's going to be very important. So how we're going to explain that. We scroll down a little bit further, where it says positioning statement. So what are we building? We're building the archive that nobody else thought to build. Mo had already put um, some great messaging on the Between Us project document. So going off of this, so what we're doing, which we're building a story bank. And here are some options to, I don't know if we want to say exactly like Humans of New York documented a city, we are documenting a movement. That's another option that I thought, might tie it in, but maybe we kind of talk about the archive first. So there's some options there that we could, I don't know, go in there or figure out. The other, if we scroll down for section 3, would be more the entry point. Um, so here for the person who feels their guards going up, right? If it's a Bitcoin storyline, Bitcoin stories, it really will depend on who's going to resonate with what. I liked how Mo explained, yeah, there's going to be one audience that they want to know more about AI. And because maybe they read that AI story, they're like, financial freedom, what does that mean? Like, maybe there's a good, like they'll see another story. So that those entry points are going to be very important. So here's one where it says, before you decide what you think, meet the people living it. That's pretty good for Bitcoin. I did this before learning about the AI stories. So I'm pretty sure we can come up with all kinds of great headlines for AI to pull people in. And, kind of going off of the ego test thing, I also put an option for that. And going down for section 4, you'll also see like the builders. It's for different audiences. So we could probably tell stories of builders, stories of people using Bitcoin for the first time. I had commented on the Discord, it would be like kind of a choose your own adventure without even really, these headlines will pull, like call to people for whoever, like whatever adventure they want to go on. They want to understand the builder side. They want to understand, someone working in the more hospitality in Italy or something. So that's what these headlines are kind of going into. Ariel, would you like to comment on anything?
No, I think that they all fly at the right, already like the way they're stylized. I could see them being large and then obviously supported by the stories in smaller copy. But I think they fly just at the right level. They're stylized, or the style is simple, clear, like confident, but not over. Yeah, I just love the tone. I think there's a lot of good options. One note on the ego thing is, yeah, I think I just wonder, it's kind of like combative, but also that could be a good thing, just kind of like nudging people. Like, this is an ego test. Are you ready to drop your ego and learn? But also that,
Yeah.
I think folks that learn to frame it that way realize like, oh yeah, I overcame that, but I just wonder how open that will, how much that might invite people in. But I don't know. Sometimes nudging and poking a little bit actually can be effective if it's done thoughtfully. So it's kind of an open question. Like, I'd wonder how much that resonates with someone or helps or not. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it plays on the bold, and like the art itself or the photography will help with that too, depending on what direction we're wanting to go with. Below also you'll find like the statement, getting clear on the statement of the copy. Between Us is a story bank. We started asking questions. That kind of stuff that automatically explains in just very few words, like, this is what we're about.
Definitely.
Ooh, I like that one. We started asking questions, now we can't stop.
That's great. Yeah, it's
That's
powerful.
a lovely one. I'm gonna plus one this one. Hmm.
Yeah, guys, go on there and put your comments and vote.
So maybe it feels like, Desi, what do you need from us so that, because essentially what we want is if Sanyam and Timmy wrap up the branding, and then in the next call the branding's wrapped up, they can get the branding into the website, and then ideally they're putting one of these headlines into the Figma design as well. Just bringing everything together. So, what do you need from us? Is it an idea that we vote on the ones that we like the most?
Yeah, I would say vote on it. I also will include, I have to think about the AI, but I think this, what we have right now, works very well.
Hmm.
So I would say go in there and vote. I'll also go in and comment. Yeah.
I really like the language around the witness too, and just kind of like look what we discovered, or bearing witness to interesting transformations, which also seems very compatible with AI too. Like I just saw a video the other, we might be kind of on the cutting edge of design or tech, or some of us on the call, but just normal people starting to realize like, oh my gosh, I always wanted to do this thing, and I was able to build this website now that people were quoting me huge amounts otherwise. So anyway, it seems like a parallel, like a potential for that quiet transformation before and after.
Totally. It feels, what if we just agree on voting on the top two? So if everyone can go into the document and maybe, I mean, we have time on this call. Technically, we could do it right now. What if we all just take 5 minutes, go into the document that Desi has created for us, and everyone just go put a plus one next to the top two headings. I've already done that actually. I want, for me it was this one, and then it was the one all the way at the end. Which one was it? We started asking questions, now we can't stop. What if we just take 5 minutes? We still have time. If everyone can just open up this document and then just go highlight the one that you like and just click it and then say plus one. And then if everyone can just choose two, and then, then we have some consensus around the headlines. I can see people jumping in. So go ahead and we'll give sort of 5 minutes for that. I will go make myself a cup of tea.
Is it Casmo? Is it because there's different sections, like one vote per each section, kind of like the positioning statement versus the first thing they see? Because in my mind, a lot of these could be compatible, but some are more like positioning of us facing versus user facing.
Oh, that's such a good point.
That's what I was about to say. You
Mm.
Okay.
described it very well. It's going to
Yes.
be in
Mhm.
parts of the website. Yeah, like for instance, the ask is another one. There's the entry point. So
Oh, so on every section, we want to do a plus one. Or, okay, I see it. Yeah, I see that.
I'll just go ahead and put plus one, the ones that stand out to me.
Yeah. So, guys, there's actually, ladies and gentlemen, there's actually, oh, I see now what you've done. That's such a good point. I actually assumed that these were all for the headline, but now I see that there's different sections. So, you have section 7, which is about this project. So, we want to essentially vote on each section because each section is, okay, I get it.
Yeah, like I made one for like, oh, like the hero original one, like, and then also for the individual story cards, there's some options there too.
Gotcha. Okay. Let's go. So maybe 5 to 10 minutes to do some voting on this. So that's just for it's clear, it's like it's a vote on every single section, and just highlight the heading you like and write plus one. And this is the way we reach consensus in true freedom Bitcoin style. So yeah, let's just give that 10 minutes if everyone can hop in. I'll turn off my camera because I'm gonna go get some tea. Not sure how many minutes we've been gone, but I'll just have a quick look. Okay, wow, people are really voting here. Okay, down to section 3. Okay, section 4. Amazing. Section 5. Okay, so it seems that we're on section 5 now. Okay, section 6. So people are voting on section 6. Okay, amazing. Let's give it some more time. Okay, seems like everyone has mostly voted because I'm on the statement now, which is section 7. I see Ariel voted there, Desiree voted here. Okay, there we go. So it's just the last one. Do we want people to vote on the last one as well, Desiree? Or is it okay just
I mean, I think I think it's good to vote on it, yes, for the statement.
okay? So everyone, if you could also just vote on the last section as well, which is the full manifesto. So that's all the way down at the bottom of the screen. Okay, then. So you have some feedback as a storyteller, Desi. I hope that it's helpful to you. But some of these are really incredible, absolutely incredible. Yeah, really, really good. So we have 10 minutes for the rest of the call. Maybe we should discuss what we would like to do on the next call. What do you guys? It seems on the next call, we'll have some logo illustrations from Sanyam and Timmy. Does that sound fair enough? To have some illustrations just to
Yes.
show us what you come up with.
Yeah.
You're in a very fun phase right now. Um, so, yeah. And then I think for the copy, we don't need much with copy. But what we do need to do, but maybe Desi has already done that because that's here in the storytelling. I wrote here is to come up with questions like interview questions, but I think Desi already came up with that. Am I right?
I have, yet I could like now with this information narrow down like the direction, like what we want to pull out of the story. I can work on that.
Amazing, amazing. Because you first you get the headline, and then from the headline you figure out how we can get the okay, okay, amazing. Yeah, amazing. Okay, so that's pretty much it. So I did have a request because Christoph is in the Bitcoin design community, and he usually wraps up his day an hour before this. I don't know if any of you are familiar with Christoph. So he was wondering if, it would suit him if we did the call an hour earlier. So I was just wondering, would an hour earlier suit everyone, or is that a little bit too early across some different time zones? Just, yeah,
I'm fine with it.
you're good with it. You're good with it. So you can do an hour. V's good. Ariel, you're in the States, I think. So I don't know how it works for you.
Yeah, but after I'll be back closer, much closer to CET after like 2 weeks, so we could switch it, and then the next call might be a little early, but after that it'll be totally fine because I'm yeah.
Okay, cool. So I'll move it to an hour earlier, same time, 2 weeks from now. And I'll shoot out the regular email. And then, Desi, it seems like on your side, you're gonna help us get the questions that we're gonna ask people in line. And then, Sanyam and Timmy, you guys are gonna work on the branding, right?
Yes.
Amazing. Desi, did you want to say something?
No, I was just gonna say, sounds great.
This is so fun. This is going to be so much of fun collecting all of these stories and seeing them in the head in the website itself. And Sanyam, please share your beautiful mood boards. Like extract the images and share the images in the channel.
Sure.
Show
Sure.
off your work. Don't be shy. Oh, Timmy, are you able to share screen now?
Yes, I can. Please
Okay, let's
confirm.
go.
Okay, please confirm if you can see my screen.
Loud and clear.
So, on the call with Jones, he directed us towards awards. So we discussed, and then we had a conversation around designing a website that should at least get some sort of nomination when it's live, like a nomination award. So I was there, and I had to take a look at some of the websites that relates to blogs, magazine, and newspaper. So I
Mm-hmm.
just picked some that looked really nice. For this, for instance, I like the idea of listing out the story on the loading page. This is not the main page. And then I also like the idea of the sound, maybe like a reading sound while they read, maybe like ambience and all of that kind of stuff. So I like this welcome page. Then this is how they presented their stories on the website. So you just have the pictures, and then when you hover, you see some sort of text, and then you can actually click and see. So I like this concept. I don't know how that fits in. So I understand that we are also trying to make the website a little bit playful. So I'm trying to look for inspirations that are around, that are playful, basically something
Mm-hmm.
that's fun. Yeah. So if you check this website, let me see if I can open that for you. What's it called? Better off. So this is this website, right? And then
Yes.
when you say enter with sound, so how this is how it is. So I think this is a little bit playful. I don't know how we can integrate this into our own design. So for now, I just have it saved. And then when
Mm-hmm.
you put a story here, this is how it is. So you see the stories, and then you see the images in this very haphazard manner. And then from here, you can just switch to the next story really quick. So as I say it, I like the sound idea, and then I like the playful vibe here. So yeah, then for this one, I like the home page. I like the nav bar as well. You see the nav bar is paced, and then the imagery is amazing, and the text as well is great. So I saved this here, and then I like the font as well here. I don't know how we can use this, if this works for that playful vibe, but I
Mm-hmm.
like the font here, so I downloaded the font, and then I've been experimenting with it as well. So here as well, this is like the hero section. I like this very playful vibe and the image, so I decided to save this also. Then this is for reading. Yeah, I just showed you this one. So yeah, I'm still putting this together.
Okay.
Yes, I'm still putting this together. This is for the lists of maybe articles or stories we have. I like the categorization: March, February, January, and then there's also this style here: stories of interest. We have like a selection, and then when you hover on a particular story, you just get like a snippet or maybe a quote.
Mm.
It relates, yeah. So I saved this as well. I also like the layout here. It is not very conventional. It's, you see some stories have big boxes, some has very little. So that's why I saved it also.
Mm.
Um, okay, I like this pop up for like join wait list. So I saved the list, and then yeah, this is also another list of stories here. So that's why I saved this.
Interesting. Very
Yeah.
interesting. Do you want to maybe share that link in the chat of the Discord, and then we can drop in comments?
Okay. Okay, I'll do that.
Maybe later, or when you have, more of the ideas put together, you can share it
Yeah.
and you can ask us
Okay.
for feedback.
All right. All right. Great.
But amazing job for putting that together. Fun.
Thank you. Thank you.
And with that, I guess we can wrap things up because, if there's no need to talk, there's no need to talk, not one of those people to keep people on calls if there's nothing to talk about. So, yeah, I feel like we're moving ahead pretty good with this project. I'm super excited about getting it live and getting the first stories in there. We're probably already going to start collecting stories by when Desi finishes so that the website can go live and have stories on it, as opposed to the website going live and then we're collecting stories. So in the next call, we can ideally, from the next call, we're already going to start to get some stories in. Yeah, cool, fun. Anyone wants to say anything? No, Timmy's closing the door. I think he's going back inside. And yeah, see everyone on the next call 2 weeks from now. We'll do an hour early. Thank you so much for everyone's work and collaboration. This is going to turn into something pretty beautiful, with all of the minds that are involved. So thank you so much, everyone. Super grateful. Let me also stop the recording because here we go.